Hey, this is Timmara signing on with some more of Horizon Zero Dawn. Alright, took us longer than I expected to, but we decided to head into Thunder's Drum after stopping, talking to some people. Sorry. Okay. We're inside Thunder's Drum, which is a cauldron, and it's a geothermal plant that's been taken over by Hephaestus, and we are very close to finding the spirit, and I decided to wrap up because we ran on for so long. Should have probably... I bet we're right there, too. Like, the ending is probably, like, right in our sights, and I just thought time to wrap up, but it'll work out. Like, you're close. I know that much. Nevertheless, we're gonna finish up this quest line. Maybe we'll do some side quests depending on our time. Oh, is this literally it? I think this is the room. Maybe? No, no. I know we're getting close. Oh, wait, I think it's right down there. I should have pushed, but there's going to be a lot of more conversation in cutscenes. Is it right down there? Anyways. Okay, so another one of these. Okay, maybe it was good to wrap up because this could take a while.
Possible security threat detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
Hold on. I think maybe I have to do this differently, because we gotta hit all these. Nope. Oh wait, no, we just have to... I did this wrong. No, it still has to... Or... wait... Did I mess up again? No, wait. As I forget, do we have to hit every single one, or do we just have to... I think we do. Hold on. That's gotta be like that. That can't do anything else. Okay, good thing I wrapped up. This could take me a bit. Alright, let's see. Because... Let's figure this out. This has to be the last one. Because there's no other... No, that doesn't work. And this... No. Unless... It's gotta be like that, because that's the only way it can travel. And then... Okay. Sorry, I'm getting real tripped up here. Okay, come on. What am I doing wrong here? No. Wait. Think I got it.
Preparing countermeasures.
There we go. Okay. Had to get the right thing to fall into place. There we have it.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Aurea,
By Yellowstone, do they mean this could be... Yeah.
your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the Daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the signal constraints. One has been exposed, but I am incorporating.
Unauthorized return to scheduled task.
All right. Getting closer?
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do? I don't know.
Well, it's a spirit,
I
so
think that's the
technically...
core.
Never mind.
The answers are down there.
Okay, yeah, that's the end. Okay. Maybe it was good I wrapped up early.
The Daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
Well, we came here expecting that.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Let's all die together! Alright, let's go. So, yeah.
Keep moving towards the core.
Attack on Hephaestus. Let's go. Nope, wrong way. Whoops.
Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
I'm really curious if, you know, if you showed up to this before you found out what Gaia was. Like, if you somehow got through this, like, early on in the story, would you learn about, you know, would you know anything? Would dialogue be different? Have they accounted for that? I know the difficulty is really high, but, you know, you can come here pretty early on. Do they have, like, whole new dialogue options set up for, like, if you show up without having gotten too far in the main story? I know it's meant for, you know, after main story. It's basically like an endgame area, but I'm just curious if maybe they have planned ahead for that. What do I have to... Oh, there we go. I was really confused.
Cyan said something about the streets. Is that what the tower is for?
Oh, we can just override that thing. Well, that will just knock it out, but it won't destroy it. Nevertheless, it's done.
That Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
It's just basically a big, stronger version of the bears. I'm gonna rip its panels off. I suppose I ripped all its shield canisters on its back. Actually, let's... Haven't used it in a while, but where's the Tear Blast? I was just wondering if we would do anything else in ripping off body parts. You might have ripped off almost everything. Okay, I think we ripped off all we could. Oop. There we go. Fire sack. Get away! I don't know if blow up your fire sack. That sounds like a euphemism. Oh god, this thing is raging. As expected.
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast!
Don't get interrupted. There we go. That's fine. Oop. Yeah, we basically ripped off all its parts. Now as we get this thing finished. Finished. One more volley. There we go. Down you go, big guy.
What must be done?
Skill point, max health. Yeah, lots of parts all over the place. Sparker, Sparker. Sparker. I took a little actual health damage. Okay. That's fun just to fight.
Critical event detected. Anomalous events is inoperative.
Aloy! No!
Tower network.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained.
Yay!
I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center.
She did it, though.
Rhea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go.
Well, he didn't want her up here for a reason, and this was it, basically. So yeah, there goes Aurea. You know, she had some interesting moments, but you know, at least she went down with a smile, having freed her spirit friend.
One of those?
It's the only way!
I'd rather not. Come on, big guy. There you go. You know, just don't let go. Can't these things go any faster?
Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Kinda busy holding on for dear life. Don't drop it.
Great Banukai!
I think that was his way of just saying, like, good Jesus Christ. I think we're okay. Sorry, taking a drink. Not dead. Suck it, death, not it today, bitch.
Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Aurea's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Righto. I forgot how long that last mission was. For some reason, I thought we were like only a couple rooms in and then that'd be it, but we'll get this figured out. Okay. Back to the main area. Alright. So, we got out of there. Basically, you know, up from there, all the way down there. Do we have the... I forget, for beating that Cauldron, did we end up getting the, override for the other, new robots, or was that something else? Either way, we can take that campfire there, and we'll get there real quick. Let's go check in with Cyan. What's its deal? You know, I think there should be in some... I think there... Oh, Jesus. Didn't think it'd be up this late. I decided to record late because I thought I'd only do one episode and then be done, but this is... You know... Then it's just like, oh, this is... I underestimated how long this was going to be, so... Anyways, I think there's enough implication that, you know, if Hephaestus is taking over this... well, we'll get there. We'll get there, but, you know, Hephaestus, you know, going around, it's basically like... Yeah. We'll get there. Let's talk to the thing, and we will get it figured out from there. But, yeah, we're getting closer. Da-da-da-da. Alright.
I wonder what they'll trade for Blue Gleam.
Probably a couple of things. Right, which path was... I'm trying to remember. The shortcut was right over there, I think. There we go.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the Daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
I need to ball alone for a while.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Her hair just kind of like popped in. Okay. Anyways. Cyan, how you doing? Hold on, I'm looking. Talk to Cyan, talk to Aratak. Talk to Cyan first.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus.
Yay!
I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
What are
So
you?
are you an artificial intelligence, Saya? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Rhea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the Cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems.
At least it still works then.
Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
It'll be
So,
another
got it
people's
all.
problem.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased.
Not inaccurate.
I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Alright.
Was the Daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the Cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the Cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
Well,
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses.
Okay.
After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team.
Right.
It was
Okay.
she who arranged
Completely forgot
to
about
have
that.
me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy.
Still don't know what that
This
was.
information
I kind of
fills
thought.
vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Confirmation. Why does Hephaestus want to kill? Okay. No, I had a thought, and this was occurred to me, like, I was wondering, it's like, why did Gaia, you know, go to such drastic measures to stop Hades? And I thought it was, you know, because Elizabeth taught her to feel that she didn't want Hades to activate. Like, the world creation was not going so well, and so Hades was going to, you know, go in and destroy everything, and she didn't want to happen because she cared so much for what was built. But, you know, maybe I missed the thing, because there's so much going on about, like, you know, how Hades got activated in the first place, and how everybody went online at the same time. I don't know.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are
Not
discouraging,
unfair.
that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus.
Yeah.
A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and
Right.
me both, Cyan. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark.
All right.
For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something
Well.
must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But
Yeah, I
what
think I
about
remember where the metal flowers come
Unless the
from, but
poetry is
that's... We'll
original,
wait for that. That's
the
an
only
endgame
way
thing.
It could have made it into such a system is through its programmer.
If I'm
In my
remembering
case,
right, that's the thing.
Dr.
And
Sandoval
I've not remembered
uploaded
much
a
of this
great
game at
deal of
all.
literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to her.
We got a lot to
Once
talk
I
about with her.
understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did
Like
not
God, but it's
comprehend
actually
that
there.
the depth of
Sorry,
Araya's
sorry, I'm
compassion for me
kidding.
would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in
Not
great
well, what do you
emotional
think?
distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
That's fair.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish
Okay.
here,
When I said
even as it
Yellowstone,
faced
I'm just like,
extinction
you mean like the
elsewhere.
real world park, or?
Unfortunately,
Obviously, but it was
the
just sort of like, oh,
sensitivity
yeah.
of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities.
Which makes you think.
From my
Hold on.
readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
This place is crazy. No, yeah. So, well, hold
Were
on.
there
Let's
many
keep going.
artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Right.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Yeah.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor.
Hmm.
But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline.
So he did good stuff
At one
before he
point,
completely,
he was stated
you know,
in the
F the
media
world.
as the man who saved the planet.
Oh, the
Guessing
irony.
I wound up regretting that one.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the...
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists of her age.
You look a
My
lot
creator
like
was
her.
influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
No, it's fine.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be.
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
Yeah.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So
Yeah.
There wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes, billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes, these crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone.
Right.
I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded.
Yeah, so things
At
got
least that was
real
the data I
messed
had
up
available
before
to
they
me
got
over the
better,
next
before
2
they got messed
decades.
up again by Pharaoh.
It seems my assessment
Or
was
Pharaon, yeah.
premature.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Use your judgment. You gotta tell them the truth. Take it gently.
Life is
I think that's the
hard
thing. Take
for
it
the
gently.
Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them. Bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As
Fair enough.
long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice.
All right.
Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd
Maybe
like
after the events of Forbidden
I'll
West,
come
I'll be
back
back.
I should check on Aratak.
When you wake.
See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I see the text is cropped
I am
off.
detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
No!
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember
That's
that.
very human and comforting,
You're strong.
honestly.
I know you can do this. Go to sleep, wake up, and protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Okay. So that was definitely, you know, when things were going wrong with Enduring Victory. And so, yeah, she was a Pharaon AI, you know, and made intelligent, you know, or made intelligent and feely, like Gaia. And then, you know, when Enduring Victory and everything went, you know, up in smoke because of Pharaon again, or Pharaon, Jesus, whatever the hell. I know I keep getting things mixed up. There's just so many names. Just looking real quick. Yeah, again, so many names. But yeah, then, you know, Ted was going to fix the world, and then he messed up real bad. So, you know, she was just another AI that, you know, went to sleep like the other ones. So, which does bring up the point, though, there's probably a lot more of those types of AIs, you know, about the place. And, you know, doing different things to counter, you know, some catastrophes. Maybe they failed, maybe they converted. Maybe we'll find that out in Forbidden West. And also, it's weird, I forgot about the whole Yellowstone connection. So yeah, basically, where we're at now, where's the world map? Nope, farther. And we gotta talk to Aratak. So yeah, basically... Oh yeah, that's Cyan. I was like, that's a new symbol. So yeah, basically, this is kind of like Yellowstone Park in, like, you know, the Caldera of Wyoming. So, it's kind of weird to think that this whole area, well, maybe not the whole area, but a good chunk of space must be just like, you know, post-apocalyptic Wyoming. So, interesting to think about. You know, unrecognizable at this point, but it's good to have a name to the place.
My chieftain.
Just... Aloy.
As you wish.
You want the chieftain stuff back? I order you to become chieftain.
If I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her
You let
down.
her down.
Compassionate.
You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her.
Like she was of
Though
you.
I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, we'd already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The Daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Got more acceptance from this tribe than I did the Nora back home.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
Of course he knows everything.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His mind's on their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Right. So he's still being shifty. Actually, now that I think about it, for a lot of reasons, I think maybe Hephaestus could be the main bad guy, potentially, of Forbidden West. Then again, that's just an idea. Or at least, you know, Hephaestus is going to play a big part in any Horizon game we're going to get. So, you know, if it's not going to be, like, the main antagonist of, you know, this next leg, then, you know, it'll certainly be there, and at least we'll work farther we'll get more progress in trying to figure out how to stop it. But, yeah, interesting stuff. So, yeah, learning more about... Sorry, I felt like something went wrong. 100... Oh, wait, no, my capacity's increased. Okay. Yeah, so learning more as we go. So, yeah. Other types of AIs are out there. You know, they're also, like, in hibernation or maybe still active. This is only a small part of the world when you really break it down. So that's what's going to be so interesting about, like, you know, Forbidden West when we eventually get that game. And what the next world is actually going to be like and what new things are going to be there. Especially considering, like, parts of Gaia or maybe, you know, other AIs from, you know, Ted's other projects. And what they do to contribute or hinder further evolution of the world. But, okay. I think this is a good time to wrap up. That's the Frozen Wilds as far as the main questline of that goes. We're going to wrap up here. And maybe next time, I'll do some looking. We got a bunch of side quests, and I know there's even more we haven't activated yet. But I think to end on part 30, just for, like, record-keeping purposes and for fun... Maybe next time we'll just take an hour, run around, I'll tackle the missions that I've really got interest in. Like, you know, hunting down this, like, what was it, Claws Beneath or something. And, you know, check out other side quests just for kill an hour. And then we will wrap up and take on the final mission in the part after that. So, we'll figure it out. But, for now, I'm going to bed. So until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off.